This episode of Comics for Fun and Profit is brought to you by Image Comics. Image Comics, we started in the 90s with a bunch of ragtag rebels from Marvel, and we've grown into what you see before you. Hundreds and hundreds of comics released each and every year in a variety of genres, but all kind of supernatural-ish. So, check out Image Comics for incredible variety of comics that are all kind of supernatural-ish.
Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Calendar with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 780 for comics originally releasing November the 15th and November the 16th. But before Drew and I get into what's coming up in your local comic book shops this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, Drew, do you have anything to tell me in the world of comics?
A lot of sad news, man.
Yeah.
We lost Carlos Pacheco.
Mm-hmm.
We lost Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman from all the animated series.
All the stuff you refuse to watch, yeah.
Well, a lot of people who watch that's their Batman, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's a big deal. He's also the video game voice, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So sad. A lot of people in their 50s and 60s, and that's just depressing.
Aren't you in your 50s, Drew?
I don't think so.
Okay,
When did that happen?
I'm not sure. It was curiosity.
I think I'm forever 40. Like that.
That's awesome.
I'd like to.
That makes you the younger brother now.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
But yeah, so some sad news. I don't know if I told you I'm watching Andor and I'm current. I'm up. I watched the 10 of 12. And it's fantastic.
Unfortunately, every time I sit down to watch something, my children all assault me and say, "Hey, can we watch My Hero Academia?" So we're currently going through 6 seasons of an anime.
Wow!
Any free moment I have, they say, "Hey, let's do that."
Yeah. So anime is cool. That's close.
Yeah.
That's pretty close. So they'll probably end up reading manga then, right?
I'll teach them to read left to right, but we'll see how that works.
Also, when they port those over, do they keep them in the same reading order, or do they flip them?
What do you mean?
Like when they Americanize the manga stuff,
it's still right to left.
Okay, so it's a hassle then.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't by any chance go see Wakanda, did you?
I have not seen Wakanda or Black Adam.
Yeah, me neither. Still behind. I don't know when they're going to be coming out on streaming. Be a while, I would think.
I think.
Would you go to Wakanda?
That's what I was just trying to figure out if I would venture back to the movie theaters for Wakanda. I think I would for Ant-Man, but I don't think I'd care for Black do it for Black Panther.
Obviously, you didn't for Black Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I should, but I don't know. Man, it's like a habit. You break a habit where you were always. We went to every MCU movie, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then we didn't because of COVID.
Yeah.
And then we stopped.
Yeah.
Now I don't know that I need to go back. That's sad, right?
It is sad. Are we broken? Is the system broken? Something's broken. I'm not
sure. Something's broken,
and
I'm not sure who it is.
Send in your tweets, Instagrams, all kinds of things. Tell us if you guys are back in theaters or if we're just big weirdos for not, jumping right back in line.
I think both can be true.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah. We need to jump into the previews, the image section, because our boys are back from Saga. So
the boys
I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Saga 61 is back. That is essentially the header on the checklist month. But that is not where we start when we head over to Image. We start with Black Cloak, #1 by Kelly Thompson and art by Meredith McLaren. And I kind of like this new this format they're doing in Image.
What's the
Bit of
deal?
art in the background instead of just on a plain background.
Yeah,
Very stylized, so very
I
cool.
see what you're saying. We'll see if they keep doing that, or if that's just for this one page.
Eisner Award-winning writer Kelly Thompson heads to Image for the first time with Black Cloak, an all-new series with artist Meredith McLaren, we know from Blade Runner. Style mixes with the saga-esque drama in a delectable fantasy sci-fi blend as two Black Cloaks try to solve the murder of a beloved prince of Kiros, the last city in the known world. Before his murder tips the city into war, this mystery begins in a spectacular triple-length first issue for $4.99.
Ooh, that is Kyle.
All right,
written
so
all
here's
over.
what they're doing right. I like the solicit. It's a good-looking page. They have mentioned Saga, triple-length, big first episode issue, $4.99. That's
Yeah.
all great things to me.
Yeah.
56 pages for $5.
You got to do it.
And you know what else they did good, Drew?
Oh, they put a map. They put a map on the page. Oh, that's
They put
cool.
a map. So that's 4 good things. And the other thing they did, they have a Peach Momoko cover that's gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
I don't like fantasy stuff normally. I don't. Well, I mean, I guess I like Saga, which
and
I guess
Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and all kinds of fantasy stuff. You are a moron. You love fantasy.
Yeah, I guess I do. Does Game of Thrones fantasy?
Yeah, yeah. Dragons aren't real, homie.
So, okay. So maybe I don't like a lot of comic fantasy.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I don't like a lot of, but I'm gonna do this one.
This looks great. I'm all in. I'm in for multiple covers. I love it. I'm excited.
So what? Okay, so what's the half person, half bottom half is goat legs? What is that?
Oh shoot.
That's
Pan
something, right?
Yeah, a fawn. It's a fawn.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm checking this out though. With all those pages, giving us plenty to dig our teeth into. Yeah, that's great. And it's Kelly Thompson.
And if you'll notice on the solicit, that first page in the top right corner, it says fantasy/science fiction. Now we get into our second solicit for Image, and it says crime and mystery/humorous. I mean, that doesn't get more Drew than
it's totally me.
Immortal Sergeant #1 of a 9-issue series from Joe Kelly with art by Ken Nimura.
Yeah, the I Kill Giants guy coming back.
Joe Kelly, the dude who made the Deadpool that we know and love.
Yep.
Yeah, very good.
Unforgiven-like plotting with the crisp, dynamic style that charmed I Kill Giants readers.
Yeah.
Only 40 pages, Kyle.
40 pages, $4, 9-issue series.
Yeah.
On the eve of his unwelcome retirement, Jim Sargent, a.k.a. Sarge, a grizzled old school detective, catches a break on a murder case that's haunted him for decades. Unfortunately, Sarge must drag his anxiety-riddled adult son, Michael, along for the ride, or risk losing the lead forever. Can this dysfunctional duo overcome their own hang-ups, blind spots, and secrets to catch a killer?
Yeah,
that's kind of cool. I like that.
I don't know if this art style is your style though. I don't know if you like this. It's very scant and sparse and black and white.
Not a lot of words, so far I'm in.
Yeah.
You'll catch me with this style more than the overload of dialogue.
Hey Kyle, did you ever tell yourself, man, you know what comics needs is more Spawn?
Heck yeah. Well, I remember once also saying Spawn 1 will never have value, and I was wrong there. So don't be listening to me. And if we look at the top right of this heading, superheroes, and there's nothing, Drew, he says it all the time. Nothing he likes from Image more than superheroes. Take it away.
I do. I'm always saying, if you want superhero comics, you go to Image. I mean, it goes hand in hand. But do we need another Spawn? Okay, so this is Unwanted Violence. It's only a 2-issue series. Todd and Mike Del Mundo. Sure, why not?
I mean, there's only Spawn, King Spawn, Spawn with a gun, She Spawn.
Yeah, so many spawns. But it's only 2 issues, so the folks that like Spawn like them a lot. So enjoy.
48 pages, $5. Art's pretty dope though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Damn it. The next one is also superheroes and supervillains for Inferno Red, Girl Red, book 1. Is this part of that whole
Yes, it is.
universe, that Radiant Black universe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what got me saying, by the way. That's what got me going down the Image shouldn't do superheroes.
So what is the name of the universe? Come on, Drew.
It's the Radiant Black universe, right?
Nope.
Massiverse?
The Massiverse.
Yeah, I don't care.
With Radiant Blank, Radiant Pink, Rogue Sun, Radiant Red.
I mean, it must be selling.
Holy crap. Cal is considered in the Radiant Verse.
No way.
Homie, right here at the bottom. The most recent entry into the Massiverse. The Massiverse is a shared superhero universe that sprang from the popular Radiant Blank series and kicked off in the pages of the Supermassive one-shot. It joins other Massiverse titles, including Radiant Pink, Rogue Sun, Radiant Red, The Dead Lucky, Cal, and Radiant Black. Cal was 5 years before any of this stuff.
Yeah, but same writer, right?
Kyle Higgins.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Have fun. Enjoy that. I do remember when we pitched this whole shared universe, I was like, buddy, this stuff's not going to be around long enough for you to do a shared universe. That's what I said. I said to myself.
That says.
And I was wrong.
Humorous Scottish McTiernan's Holiday Party one-shot. Jerry Duggan, Brian Posehn, and Scott Koblish. This is that same group of people. If you like them, they're funny. This is the weed stuff.
Oh, God, yeah, I hate this.
But, I mean, it keeps coming up, so it's got to be somebody's ball of wax.
Well, I mean, I guess not, really. I mean, yeah, I guess, why would you do it if it was losing money for you?
Correct.
But it doesn't have to make that much money for them to come back, because Image is only taking their $2,500 cut. They don't care if it sells.
There you go.
Ooh, what's this? Crime and Mystery Stringer hardcover. 1983 tournament tennis. A racket stringer turned small-time drug dealer gets in over his head, transporting cocaine across Europe. All right. Crime genre. God, did I say genre? Genre vibes of Reckless, which I love, meets Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Okay. And this is Patrick Kindlin. I like him. Paul Tucker, I'm not sure I know his style, but looks good from the pages I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So I don't know if this is a retread or...
It looks like an all-new OGN to me.
That's what I think so, too.
Coming out as a hardcover first.
Yeah, I hate that.
I get why they do it, but I mean, if you think you got to get as much money as you can. Who's gonna wait for a soft cover when they can get the hardcover, right? Well, we would, because we don't want to pay.
I was gonna say hello.
We would do that.
My favorite trend in comics right now: facsimile editions, Drew.
Yep.
You ever gonna have that Invincible #1?
You could probably have Invincible #1. That one's not too hard to get.
The very first Invincible?
Yeah, it was only like $100, wasn't it?
Huh? It's way more than that.
Well, I mean, before the cartoon came out. I'm sorry, the animated series.
But I'm talking like right now.
Yeah.
So it's a reach, because
it's not a key. It's not a hard, tough key.
What?
I don't think it's a tough key to get. I think a lot of people have this.
You think a lot of people have $1,000 that they've shot down on a?
Is that what it's going for now?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, I think more people have this than have Walking Dead one.
I disagree. Yeah, I don't know.
But maybe it's a similar print run. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, these were all the tough to gets back in the day because they had small print runs because nobody had faith in anything. But anyways, I do not have an Invincible #1. Really love this show, and my only shot at having an Invincible #1, other than the Image First banner one, is this facsimile edition.
Kirkman just loves the freaking cash grab, so he's also doing an Undeluxe #1.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of a year-long celebration. Celebration means cash grab of Invincible's 20th anniversary. What are we gonna do?
So
Black and white.
You're never okay as of re-releasing things.
I'm not. I don't think you need to go and take a year and just crank out a bunch of rehashes of stuff that already exists.
You had the biggest hard-on for Walking Dead Deluxe when it first was announced, and that's 5 years of releases.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm a hypocrite.
Okay,
I've changed my tune.
Magic Order 4 #1 of a 6-issue, of course. In the Mark Millar verse, we have a 4-issue or 6-issue series. We already start the Netflix versions of it, and then we release it.
Did you know that there was 3 previous volumes of Magic Order? This is the 4th?
I knew there was at least 2. I did not know. I did not keep order.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Monstrous is back. Feels like this has been gone. Was that right?
Keep going, because I have like 5 copies of Cover A #1.
Yeah. Somebody optioned this bad boy.
Yeah. Love the characters in the front. That's so cool looking.
Yeah.
More Mark Millar. Nemesis Reloaded #1.
I don't remember this one.
Just an old.
I always
think everything's a retread.
Well, I mean, the way with Nemesis : Reloaded, you would think, yeah. And there it is. Nemesis was as a hardcover from back in the day.
Yeah, so this is a retread, a mini-series premiere. Existing property.
Hey, Cinegrace's Rockstar and Softboy is back, this time with a one-shot that says it's called Go to Space. This was fun. This was a fun little gay romp.
Yep, the tag at the top corner is humor, LGBTQ+.
Yeah. I understood about half of it. I don't really understand a lot of the lingo, but it was pretty good.
And here we have our baby. Our baby is back. Saga 61. New story arc.
Looks great. So we're going to get at least 6 issues before they take a break again because they're tired.
You are the worst fan. I am so mad they're not giving us internals or anything. They're just giving us this short little cover and then
But I mean, at this point, who do they need to sell this to? Are you trying to get new readers to hop on at 61? This is only the people that they're not getting new readers at this point.
Yeah.
And they're bleeding old readers from what I hear on the interwebs.
Who would jump off?
Fickle people, fickle fans that don't like the breaks, don't like the hiatus.
It's a great book.
Thought the story thought they had experienced enough of the story. But I got to see how it ends.
Yeah.
I got to go to the end.
If you jumped off of Saga for reasons other than just laziness, shame on you.
Well, I mean, the same people that jumped off Walking Dead didn't finish. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, tons of people that jumped off of Walking Dead after Negan. It never got to the end.
Where they killed him. Where?
Yeah. But yeah, this is great. I'm glad it's back.
Invincible 0 through 47, $100. It's a cool looking hardcover.
that after the Above Snakes and the 8 billion Genies?
Yeah, right after 8 billion genies. So did 8 billion genies come out with a trade, or did they go straight to the stupid hardcover?
So this is, I was wondering about this because, okay, so Above Snakes is doing a trade.
Yeah.
They're doing a soft cover. And it's $14.99.
Yeah.
And then this hardcover is $40 for 8 billion genies. Is it all 8?
It is 1 through 8.
Because that's not, okay, so this is not coming out until April.
But are we not getting a trade? Did we not get a trade?
Maybe that's already been up. Maybe that was solicited previously or will be solicited. Maybe this hardcover has to be solicited further in advance because they're going to solicit it for multiple months to get their numbers. Is that possible?
Nope.
Because I mean, this would come out normally. This is stuff that's coming out the following 2 months from. So this is what is it?
They're just skipping the trade.
You think?
Yep.
100% they're doing that? They will never do a trade?
I mean, I don't know that, but
yeah. So like these comics that are in here are coming out in January, but this hardcover is coming out in April.
yeah, normally you can find advanced solicit on the trade paperbacks on eBay if you just type in 8 billion genies TPB. There is no advanced solicit for any trade paperback.
Right, but you don't need to do advance on the trade paperback. You need to go advance.
No, but they always do.
On hardcovers.
It's always out here. Somebody's always trying to pre-sell them.
Oh, okay. I got you.
It's not there, so I imagine it's... Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure that they're not going to do a trade, but I do think they probably want to capitalize on as many sales as they can for a hardcover. I mean, you don't leave that money on the table.
Yeah.
I mean, you will eventually put a soft cover out.
I don't like it. Put out 4, do a trade. Put out the next 4, do another trade. Then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't a trade for the first 4.
Yeah.
We sure there wasn't?
Yeah. I literally
you
told
you just
3
Googled.
times.
You just Googled.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah. Public
I like
domain,
it.
that was great. And that's a soft cover. But yeah, there's a lot more Image hardcovers than I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, so this is essentially, this is the TPB. Yeah. They're making it look more like a book than a trade paperback in that.
Which one?
Public domain.
Yeah.
A lot of good trade paperbacks and hardcovers here. Be them Bloodstain, Hack and Slash, Prodigy, That Texas Blood.
20th Century Men finishes up with issue 6. 3 Keys, 4 of 5. That Dave Messina art's really good. I heard that first issue. Story, but the art's really good. All Against All. I haven't read that. I guess that first issue probably hasn't been out yet. Art Brute, haven't seen that one yet. Bloodstained Teeth, I'm still a couple behind on. Bone Orchard, no, skip that one. Creep Show I skipped.
Tough to get me on horror.
Yeah. Dark Ride I've skipped. Dead Lucky, did I read that? Yeah. No, I did not. No.
There's your massive verse.
Yeah.
You should be in for everything, right?
I'm totally out. 100% out. Flawed. I don't remember Flawed. Gospel. Don't remember that one. Haven't seen that one yet. Hell to Pay. Nope. That's not out yet.
You're not reading a Charles Soule book?
I mean, I might be. I don't think it's out yet.
All
right. It's not. I haven't seen it yet.
X-Wire. He told me. That is a cool looking I Hate Fairyland cover for number 3.
Yes. So was I guess the Image, wasn't this Image 12 issue anthology supposed to happen over the course of the whole year?
I was under the
Not,
impression it was each month of 2012 or 2021 too.
yeah, seems to have. Maybe there was some delays. Surprise, there were delays.
I love the Junkyard Joe cover B.
Yeah.
Do you know why I love the Junkyard Joe cover B?
No, tell me.
There's a Platoon homage, my dude.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
That's pretty dope.
Ooh, a little
Man,
much.
am I just not a good reader anymore? That's like 95% of Image I just am not interested in.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I don't feel that way. I mean, I know like sometimes they go through like there's a lot of horror or something that might not be your thing, but
Yeah.
there's so many good books in here. Like this Old Dog, the first issue of Old Dog was really good. Declan Shalvey.
But like none of this
you'd like
horror
it.
stuff, Art Brute, no. Against All, no. 20th Century Men, no. None of this stuff is like, I'm not even interested in the premise of this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Some of the books that I thought were really top notch have finished, so
Yeah.
or on their break. They need to take a break. They're tired. Can't believe we're actually putting labels on Walking Dead. Yeah, okay. This is a redo of an existing material. You really don't have to give us the genre on this. We all know.
Needs a category. Dystopian horror.
Some great covers too.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. The 55 cover is really cool.
Really good.
Yeah.
Which one was the original?
That's exactly the question I was coming up with. What was the OG cover on these?
Would it be A? Would A be the original? I don't remember a guy hanging.
Yeah, I don't remember
on
either.
the original.
Was that Walking Dead 54 and 55?
Oh, it would. So who's doing the cover for A? Yeah, David Finch, Dave McCade. So that's none. It would be an Adler cover, right?
Yeah. So it's
that would have been B. That would have been B.
Yeah, the B is the OG, is the original cover.
B is the original, yeah.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, that's Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The B is always the original cover.
Interesting. Yeah, I've let these stack up too, so I'm like 3 behind. Not really, because I've read all of them already multiple times, but behind on the deluxe presentation. So yeah, good stuff.
All in all, meh.
Yeah. Okay, Kyle. So last week we didn't have CBSI. Correct. It wasn't out yet. Yeah. This week we have last week's CBSI. So should we share last week's CBSI that we didn't have with our listeners?
Sure, let's head through it.
And if we're gonna be a week behind every time because of their release schedule, we'll have to make a decision at some point. But let's give them this one.
It's still relevant.
It's still relevant. Yeah. Okay.
Of course, this is from our good friends at comicbookinvest.com. We go through their Hot 10 items. This is, of course, the Hot 10 for last week, November the 4th, 2022. And their number 1 item is Geiger number 2, the second print of the 1 in 25.
Okay.
And this price went crazy quickly. Last sale was in August for like $25. Then this week, multiple sales of over $250 for a 1 in 25 of a second print, which I'm sure there are so few of them, because who goes that hard?
But it still boggles my mind because second prints used to be basically worthless.
Yeah.
Third prints, fourth prints, not worthless, but still you would never get value like this. So it's so interesting to me that the collector has now flipped and said, well, based on print
on
runs,
numbers.
I have this has value.
So it's all Moneyball. We're just looking at numbers here.
It is. It's analytics. It is
Yeah.
analytics. You're right.
Who knows? At rank 2, we have Gargoyles, #1, the Diamond Retailer Summit Ash Can. $75 to $100, with Diamond not having the clout they used to. I wonder how many more of these summits they will actually have. Gargoyles' this new series is getting a lot of press, and this one might be the only cover that is somewhat collectible based on crazy print runs.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
$75 to $100 for an Ash Can already.
I wonder if there'll be like a lunar summit and a PRH summit, and all each distributor will have their own summit and their own ash cans that they release. That'll be fun.
It should be
not for me. I'll never be able to get any of them, but
yeah. Till you open that shop you've been talking about.
Yeah, there you go.
At rank 3, we have West Coast Avengers 45. Of course, is the White Vision cover. The price has dropped in half from their highs of last year, but rebounded this week with 9.8 selling for as high as $450 and 9.6 is for $230. Tons of raw copies have sold this week as well. This is due to news that White Vision series is being potentially greenlit by Disney Plus. I would err on the side that it will happen, but I'm not sure of the prospects of this character post that.
I was wondering, I thought it was a done deal.
Okay.
They're saying potentially greenlit?
Potentially greenlit.
So they just order like a pilot? I don't know. I thought it was a done deal, but maybe I was wrong.
Maybe we just haven't seen the official press release, so everybody's talking in hushed tones. At rank 4, we have Wonder Man #1. Well, this one dropped from its summer highs like we thought it would, then rebounded some this week when Wonder Man was cast. 9.8s had fallen as low as $50 to $60, but are now back up to $100. Mandalorian #5, the EM Gist or Gist 1 in 50 variant, $60 to $80. Okay. At rank 6, we have Wizard #1, the San Diego Comic-Con variant, a CGC 9.4 sold just before COVID for $75. In the past couple of weeks, the following CGC sales have occurred: 7.0, $225; 9.0, $700; 9.6, $2,100, and capped off this week with a 9.8 selling for $7,500. Congrats to the buyer of the 9.4 classic McFarlane cover.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Escape from Wyoming #1, Robert Vendetti, $25 to $30. Here we are again with Bad Idea books selling well above cover after release. Just remember that you can now buy an ENIAC #1 9.8 for $50. And that is not hating on Bad Idea, but it is a warning about overspending on this garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Bad Idea, we've said it enough. They're terrible ideas. So we don't want anything to do with this company, these comics. So you're gonna collect them, have fun. Yeah. I'm not gonna be a part of it.
Hope they read well. I'd like to read them, but I won't.
Yeah.
At rank 8, we have Deadpool #1, Ken Lachey's Notorious B.I.G. variant, going for $70. Had zero idea this was going to be an issue, but let's look at the prior covers Marvel has done. Lugs and Eminem twice. While no one really cared about Lugs, the Eminem covers, Punisher and Mighty Avengers, are wildly popular. Biggie and M are on the same level. I can see why this one is selling well out of the gates.
M's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame now.
There you go. Spider-Man 2099 #35 is now $40 to $50. I don't know. I don't think that we care about anything Spider-Man 29 until, well, who knows?
Yeah, maybe when the new multiverse two-parter comes out, Into the was that what it's called? No, what the hell
Yep,
is it called?
Into the Multiverse.
Yeah. Yeah, when those pair of movies comes out, it might catapult this character into the limelight again. We don't know.
West Coast Avengers number 7 of 2018, the Kelly Thompson run. Jeff, up to $60 raw, and there are very few available copies online. Defying the odds and still popular, this is a character that seems to be here for a while.
Very cool.
Honorable mentions: Batman number 129, the 90s Florio variant that just came out, is already up to $15 to $20. This, along with the green Joker cover, definitely look like the 90s, even sporting the DC Bullet logo. I don't know the long-term prospects and gimmicks like this, but as a fan of the 90s, it's cute. But let's be honest, we all know they will run this into the ground quickly. And the other honorable mention, Our Gang number 1. Oh, comic. 10 center. How there is a 9.4 in existence of the first appearance of Tom and Jerry to start with is beyond me. And then when you think of it like that, maybe $6,300 is actually a steal for this book.
So this is the first Tom and Jerry in comics?
Yep.
And it's not the first Our Gang in comics? Or Tom and Jerry is bigger than Our Gang.
I think Tom and Jerry is bigger than Our Gang.
Gotcha. Having that as a 9.4 is amazing.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. All right, FOC time.
FOC, of course, is our final order cutoff. It's our last little bite at the apple on a few items coming out here in a few weeks that we want to make sure we don't miss out on. So we dig through the things coming out and decide whether we need to throw a few extra bucks at some things. Let's head on over to Lunar Distributions and look at our DC items while I have my awesome little Excel sheet here from Cowabunga Comics with all my prices and all my good stuff. They are awesome enough to send us, so I can see if there's anything else I need to add to this order.
What is Bone Check number 1? Who's that? Legend Comics? Interesting.
I don't know. It's a weird one.
Yeah, Danger Stream. What's that? Danger Street is Tom King. Okay. It's a Justice League kind of a Justice League reject type of a book, I guess. Interesting. That might be a Tom King I skip. I don't know that that's for me. Or Dark Crisis. This one's called Big Bang.
It's an interesting Dark Crisis cover C.
Yeah.
Not sure what.
Harley Quinn Uncovered is doing an homage to the Crisis Supergirl Death cover.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's kind of rad. It's the George Perez Ryan Sook homage.
The good folks at Comics for Fun and Profit have been doing 2 episodes a week for quite some time now, and it's all thanks to, first of all, Jason, and second of all, our patrons, who allow us to add the space on our server, broadcast more, store more, share more with you, the listeners. I'm envious of those of you who have unlimited storage and media server capabilities. We pay for ours here at the C4FAP. It ain't cheap. We thank you so much for those of you who go to patreon.com/comicsfunprofit and contribute at any level to say thanks, to say, I want to be a part of your Slack channel conversations. I want to get exclusives. I want to get early access. I want to get ad-free access. I want to get swag. I want to get some free stuff. Whatever your reasoning is, we appreciate it at any level because it does make a difference. So from the bottom of Kyle and I and Jason's heart, thank you for contributing.
Riddler Year 1 gets the second printing. I, as you know, poo-poo the idea of actors writing comics, right?
Yeah.
This is really good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I really liked it. Kind of reminded me of that Grant Morrison Arkham Asylum book that's very
Okay.
popular. It had that kind of look to it, but I liked his writing.
So who's writing this?
Paul Dano.
Okay, gotcha.
And I thought that first issue was pretty good, so I'm hoping it continues in that vein.
Very cool.
Love the Lois Lane cover for Superman, Son of Kal-El
Yeah.
18. It's a 125 though.
Very cool. Love the Wildcats number 2, 1 in 50, but it's a 1 in 50.
Howard Porter.
Yeah.
Mask looking thing.
Yeah, I like the
that's
mask
cool.
cover. And I like the Yannick Paquette Wonder Woman 794 cover A, just with the Wonder Woman on the milk carton.
Yeah, that's great. I like that too. All Against All from Image is who is this? Alex Packnadel on art. No, on writing, and Casper Wingengard.
One more time.
All right, I don't know. What is this? Primal vision of humanity going terribly wrong. Earth is long gone, but a race of alien conquerors have preserved its most savage animals in a jungle environment that barely understand. Okay, cool. High concept.
All right,
Too
now
high.
I remember Hexwire. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I remember this now.
Which one?
Hexwire.
It's Tim Seeley, Zulima Lavina.
Yeah. Magic and robots.
Like, you remember this as the solicit, or has it been out before?
I remember it as a solicit.
Okay.
As I saw the cover, I was just like, oh yeah, I remember this now.
Neo-spiritualism and hedge magic. Another high concept.
So the
Cool.
theme for these books that seem to be coming out on this FOC is a lot of them have Spawn variants as well. So
Yeah. Golden Rage finishes up with his 5th issue. Curious to see how that thing ends.
Noctera has a special one-shot.
Okay. For Val.
Yeah.
I don't remember who Val is. Been a while since I read one of these. Radiant Pink. Seven Suns finishes up with its 7th issue. Perfect. 7 Suns, 7. That Texas Blood comes back for issue 20. Is this the end of... Okay, it's the beginning of a new story arc. Oh.
You missed the end of...
No, I don't think I did. Did that end? What? Oh, wait a minute. It was in the Blizzard. It couldn't have ended like that. It couldn't have ended like that. Let's go reread it now.
Down in Boom, we have a Vicious Circle #1 of a 3-issue series. These are $10 a piece, Drew.
Oof.
So I assume this is kind of their DC Black Label kind of thing, it looks like.
Okay. Liber Mayo doing art.
And that's what I was just about to say, Bermejo art.
Yeah. With each time period, Liber Mayo adjusts his artistic style to pay homage to luminary comic artists and historical master painters, all presented in a prestige oversized format. Again, like the last thing he did, that Batman thing he did.
Yeah.
It's going to be prettier to look at than it might be to read.
So whose penis do you think we see in this?
That I don't know. Hopefully not mine. It's only a Teenage Wasteland, number 1 of 4. This is from Dark Horse, Kurt Pyers and Jacoby Salcido.
This looks like the No Way to Go From Here or whatever.
Yeah, it's gotta love the long sentence titles that we're getting now. Javi decides to throw a party, one that'll launch him and his buds into popularity, or at least get him noticed by some girls. All right.
Quick Stops number 2, doing the same death or the same Superman homage that we got with Dante and Randall.
That's pretty great, right? Super funny. Marvel's killing me.
Always gold to be found in Marvel. It's just a matter of where. So Deadpool 1 is going to a second print, so that's cool.
Yeah. Murder World Spider-Man number 1. There could be some interesting ideas in there. You never know who they're gonna pluck, and from obscurity and launch and something like this. So they could do some fun stuff with Murder World Spider-Man. Great Momoko Moon Knight.
Miracle Man Silver Age number 3, clearly a beautiful David Aja cover. Oh, it's lovely.
Scotty Young Miracle Man's pretty great too.
Yeah, I was looking. That's the one that first got my eye too. Moon Knight gets him to Moon Knight gets a Momoko cover.
Yeah, I really like that. I like that. She does a good restrained job. It's pretty spot on from the style. Sort of, yeah, it's good. I like it better than her She-Hulk.
Yeah. Do we need Murder World Spider-Man number 1?
I think we might. I mean, I think it could launch something. I don't know.
Yeah. I think we're far enough off the beaten path that there could be something here.
Yeah, maybe. Or it could be trash. We're doing Star Wars High Republic Blade number 1. Interesting.
Oh, do we need She-Hulk facsimile?
I don't know. Do we? I guess.
Hundreds of years before the Skywalker saga, witness the rise of a legend, the mighty Jedi Porter Engel, perhaps the most skilled lightsaber wielder in the High Republic. With his fellow Jedi Knight Barash, he travels the galaxy, serving as a guardian of peace and justice. But even Porter Engel has enemies he cannot.
Timeless 2022 number 1. A shocking look at the Marvel Universe to come in 2023.
Shocking.
I mean, does that intrigue you at all? You want to check that out? Probably, right? No. You don't even want to take a little gander at it? No. Just to see?
I'll catch up with Kang in the movies. Tiger Dimension number 1 going to a second print. That's cool for a very, I thought, possibly niche comic. To go to a second print's awesome.
Yeah. Gargoyles number 1. Lots of covers. And since that Ashcan did well, is there anything here that could jump out? I don't, at least they all look pretty much variations on his theme.
I love Gargoyle.
There you go.
I'm excited.
Okay. You're allowed.
And I'm excited about the Jiley cover E.
You are allowed to do that too. Family Time, #1 from Ablaze. The O'Connell family vacationing in Ireland when they encounter an old man with a crystal that teleports them 1,000 years back in time. Unsure whether they've stumbled into a historical reenactment, the family must befriend Rory, a local, battle a medieval tyrant, and figure out how to get back to the present. It's not an awful concept, I guess.
No, I like it.
New Frank
okay,
Miller.
So I like it if you look at the Jai Lee cover.
Okay.
I don't like it if I look at the Isaiah Fillmore cover.
Yeah.
For Asia? I don't even know how to say names.
Frank Miller's given us Pandora, and it's Frank Miller presenting, probably handing the reins off to somebody else, right? Just concept. But he's not really going to write it all. But Emma Kubert is doing the art. And what if you could have everything you ever wanted, but it was at everyone else's expense? You can recreate the world and fill her empty life with friendship and love, but power comes at a price. And her perfect new world is replacing the real world around us. Interesting concept. Kind of like the idea of jumping on these Frank Millers. I think there's some possibilities here. But, probably as much as there is for Black Mask's new Gangster Ass Barista, #1.
Yeah.
A coffee-fueled crime comedy from Pat Shand, who I like. Trinity used to live a life of crime, but now she has left behind her old life and works at a coffee shop. Making ends meet isn't easy to do with a minimum wage job, not to mention the fact that customers are beginning to get on Trinity's nerves. I like retail comedy comics.
Yeah, it's true.
Boy, that's tough. It's Black Mask, so we'll get this one and maybe an issue 2.
Maybe an issue 2. Quested #1 from Whatnot Publishing.
Yeah, I'm not really keen on the Whatnots.
Kim Jacinto, the Rising Star cover artist. Quested fuses the attitude of Hellboy and the fantasy adventure spirit of The Legend of Zelda as it follows the questing misadventures of a pawn shop owner and morally ambiguous hero for hire Jinx through a world filled with lizard henchmen, dungeon bosses, and unicorn burgers. Sorry about that.
Who doesn't want a unicorn burger?
Yeah. Hold the horn.
Yummy. Okay. Cool.
That's too many covers for Quested #1 though. Dang.
Yeah.
The Resident Evil book from Tokyo Pop. Not really comics, but I'm still looking at it.
Oh yeah. It's not a comic?
Tokyo Pop, I assume it's. I don't know. All right, Drew, we've gone through our FOC, and I need to know what you think you need and want.
I don't like any of those images.
I wrote 3 things down. I wrote Hexwire down, I wrote Family Time down, and I wrote Gargoyles down.
Okay.
I'm taking Family Time off because the only thing I liked is kind of the world that they were spinning me with the cover A, and that's not what all the rest of the stuff was.
So you didn't even have the High Republic Blade 1 on there. You don't think there's anything new there?
Okay. No, they're not new. They're characters we saw in the prior thing. There may be some new stuff there, but
yeah,
I'm not doing it.
I mean, I think my head's telling me Pandora, my heart's telling me Gangster Ass Barista.
Really?
So I'm gonna go with my head with Pandora.
And I'm going to go with my head with Gargoyles.
Okay, fantastic. What publisher was that?
Dark Horse? I don't know. I moved on. Sorry.
Oh, I'll Google it.
I'm just scrolling. Sorry.
Not a problem.
Dynamite. I'm sorry. It is a Dynamite book. Dynamite.
Do you have a cover preference? Are we going to go with the cover A in this instance?
We've already had this conversation. I like the Jiley cover E.
Ooh, Fleeks is nice.
Fleeks is good as well. Yep.
I didn't see that. Very nice. Jiley, very nice. All right, cover price time. No?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm clicking and it's not. It just takes a second sometimes. All right, we head on over and look at the top 10 plus runners up for our good friends at coverprice.com to see what is popping on the secondary market. And the first thing we're going to talk about is 1986's Wonder Man #1, the direct edition. Can't speak today. Going to keep trying though. Amongst all the Wonder Man spec, another first issue. This one, of course, from 1986, makes it into the top 10. We tracked 14 copies sold, a high of $60 for a raw, but you can get them for around $38 if you try hard enough. Talked earlier about this West Coast Adventures White Vision, 9.8 copy for $450 was the high, and you might find a raw there about $55. We also talked about the Notorious B.I.G. Deadpool #1. There are copies of this book. Okay. Fair market value for near mint is $69, but they put a little note. No, if you're purchasing a copy, please keep in mind that copies are still available at the hall. So that leads us to believe there is a high print run, and some places still just have these. So you may not have to go to the secondary market. But we saw people paying upwards of $175 for it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Spawn #1, $29 for a raw, $250 for a CGC 9.8. Talked earlier about Wonder Man #1 from 1991. Yahya Abdul Mateen II has officially been cast as a Wonder Man and is moving production forward. So because of that, $100 for 9.8. But you can still get raws cheap if you want to. At rank 6, we have Marvel Premiere. Oh, that's the Ant-Man. Okay, gotcha.
That's the first Scott Lang.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago, we saw Scott Lang, a.k.a. Ant-Man, a.k.a. Spider-Man, return in the debut of the Quantumania trailer. The hype hasn't stopped, and collectors continue to nab copies of Scott and Cassie Lang's first appearance. 16 copies moving on the secondary market at 9.6 selling for over $500, and near mint copies for over $160.
Yes. Yeah.
Moon Knight Annual #1, the Sienkiewicz 1 in 25. 1 in 25 on the annual. High sale of somebody paid $100 for one of these.
Yeah.
But you can still get them for around the ratio. So just, it's a really good cover though. Astonishing X-Men #6 from 2004. Secret Invasion is not so secret. The official Tenor account released several gifts leading to the new series. One of those gifts is Emilia Clarke tagged Abigail Brand. If you own one of these books, be ready for the flood of speculators ready to take her first appearance off your hands. Track 17 copies sold. $241 for CGC 9.8 and $32 for Raws. And at rank 9, Ultimate Fallout 4 continues to be hot. Continues to be over $2,000 for a CGC 9.8. And we talked about this 1 in 50 Mandalorian, the EM Gist cover. $62. But we saw as high as 75 on this 1 in 50 ratio.
Wow.
Not horrible.
Nope.
Rank 11, we have Avengers 57 from 1968. This is First Vision. So we're getting 9.4, $3,120 for a 9.4. Fair market value on very good raws, $297. That's a strange one.
Yeah.
Very goods, $297. Spider-Man 29.9 number 1 from 1992. It's doing well. Sold 22 more copies of this. Near mints are only going around $11 though. A CBCS 9.8 sold for $149. Micronauts number 1 from 1979 comes in at rank 13. 19 copies sold. CGC 9.8 for $184.99, and Very Fine selling for around $15. At rank 14, we have Geiger, number 1, still selling. 16 additional copies sold. We're at around $90 for a CGC 9.8, and Raw is around 10 for near mints.
Go, Geiger, go.
Yeah, it's not enough. Go higher. Rank 15, we have Hulk number 1 from 2008. This is the General Ross. Red Hulk first appearance. 9.8, $225. Looks like 15 additional copies sold. Near mint raw is around $63, but that's down a little bit. Rank 16, we have Spider-Man number 1 Silver from 1990. This is the Todd McFarlane cover. 15 copies sold. I sell $149. CGC 9.8. Raw near mints around $20. So many of those. So many of those in the quarter bins. Amazing Spider-Man 300. Interesting. First appearance of Venom. 16 of those moved. $4,000 9.8 book. Near mint raw is around $700. God damn, I'm an idiot. Rank 18, the Omega Man number 3. That's the first Lobo from 1983. 15 copies of this sold. High sale around $300 for a CGC 9.8, and raws near mints around $55.
And that Lobo, or that Omega Man number 3, is spiking because James Gunn is speculated to be behind a logo movie or something.
He can greenlight it. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, obviously, if Jason Momoa wasn't Aquaman, he'd be a perfect Lobo, right? So
yeah,
you got to find somebody that looks a lot like Jason Momoa to be a Lobo.
There you go.
At rank 19, we have Amazing Spider-Man 365, the first Spider-Man 2099. 15 copies sold. Raws around $23, and a 9.8 selling for nearly $500. At rank 20, we have Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars number 1 from 1984. 15 additional copies of this sold with a high sale of $420 for a 9.8, and raw Very Fine around $20. So even though it's pushed back to 2026, people are still picking this stuff up.
It just gives you more time to grab them.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, let's sneak this peek.
All right, let's get to what people come to see, and that is the sneak peek at next week. We're heading over to Lunar Distributions to see the release schedule for November the 15th, 2022. That is, we still got a couple weeks before Thanksgiving, or this will be the last. Yeah, so of this release here, and then the next one will be the pre-Thanksgiving release.
Yes.
So, very interesting. Well, let's head over and see what we got.
We're getting a One Bad Day Mr. Freeze one shot. That should be fun. Very interesting.
So the Batman Superman World's Finest #9, the 90s cover month cardstock, is them getting caught in the wind and overtaken by their capes. Kind of cute. Not sure if it's worth $5, but I like it. Sozo Miyake, Catwoman 49, B cover. Holy crap.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
That looks great.
I want it. It's nice.
Chuck D presents Apocalypse 91. So is Chuck D writing that?
He's written things before, so yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a big old anthology, though.
Yeah.
That Catwoman 49 90s throwback is like such a throwback, too. I mean, it's like spot on to that old series of hers. It's Jim Ballant, too. That's pretty cool. Deceased gives us the 90s, too. I wonder if there'll be going to be people seeking those out. Might be.
Maybe.
GCPD's Blue Wall will be out, issue 2. I'm excited about that.
Flash's 90s cover is very skate or die.
Yeah, Todd Knock doing that. That's great. Grayson gets a Super Spy Omnibus. I'm guessing that's all the Graysons?
Yep, I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully this means it catches fire again, because I still have all these. Grayson 1 through 20, Grayson Futures End, Secret Origins 8, Grayson Annual 1 through 3, Robin Wars 1 and 2, and Nightwing Rebirth 1.
Very nice. And this Scout Comics is Nocturne Country. That looks cool. That's that adult crime noir I was excited about a while ago. All the Miss Meows are going to second and third printings.
It's from Mercenary Press or whatever.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons they're going to single prints is because each print run is limited to 1,300.
Okay. Nightwing gets issue 98.
And gets some stupid covers and a stupid 90s.
Black Mask gives us Rogue State #1. What if a contested presidential election plunged America into turmoil? No, thank you. Don't want to read about that.
We also have the cover FG, H, and I being connecting Chuck D covers.
Okay.
Very sketchish too.
I wonder if this is just not finals. Well, this is coming out. Gotta be final. Yeah. Stargirl, The Lost Children. What this is? Who greenlit this? I mean, it didn't have to win a round robin tournament to be put out. What is this? Lord. Yeah. All right.
Moving on.
Maybe Image will give me something. Ooh, Above Snakes is finishing up with its 5th issue. I'm excited about that. See what happens to Dirt.
Ooh, the hardcover for Die, issues 1 through 20.
Okay. That would be something I might be interested in. I did jump off early, but I heard good things. So maybe I should hop back in.
Yeah. I love the art germ cover for I Hate Fairyland 1. It's just very cool. I like the Momoko as well. I like to see a non-Scott Young version of that character.
I'm pretty excited about the Frizen myself.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty great. But I don't know how would you choose? Too many good ones.
I love the alternate Gert covers. Chroma, I can't.
I don't know if it's going to be any good or not. I can't tell.
It's just too weird for me.
Voyages gives us a number 1. Sci-fi. I'm not sure I want that. No new number 1s from Boom. There's my Resident Alien. Book of Love, number 1. I believe I picked that during FOC, right?
Yep.
So I can't really repeat that. That's my own unwritten rule.
One of many.
One of many. Like Captain Buzzkill, Kyle calls me.
Nothing from IDW.
Well, that True Cult is finishing up, so I'm excited about that. I don't know if it's finishing up, actually. I don't know if it's a 4 or a 5 or a 6. I don't know.
I don't know if that actually says True Cult because there's weird letters in it.
That's true. Blade Vampire Nation number 1 comes out from Marvel.
That could be cool.
Could be cool. I'm not sure who's clamoring for that, but we're going to get it anyway.
Demon War, Shield of Justice, Golden Goblin number 1. Murder World, Avengers number 1.
Okay, so this Murder World is kind of a bunch of different. It's not just. Okay. Look at the Howard the Duck cover for She-Hulk 8. That's cool.
Yeah. Star Wars Hidden Empire number 1. Charles Soule writing that. This is more Crimson Dawn stuff from Lady Kira. We've had before.
Gotcha. Our small publishers gives us Atonement Bell number 1. This is Red 5.
Interesting.
Avatar's gonna. They found another stash of crossed books. Put them out. Holy moly!
From Vault Comics, we have Cullen Bunn with Door to Door, Night by Night, number 1.
Oh.
Yeah. The story of a motley crew going to battle against supernatural evil through the American South. Perfect for fans of The Boys, BPRD, and Proctor Valley Road.
Okay. Some of those I like. I'm gonna skip Keen Spot's Kid Slap Shot. Black Mass, that's the Rogue State we talked about earlier, yeah.
Sparks of Chaos from CEX Comics Experience.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are good.
An epic journey begins here. A century ago, the ancient demigods were hunted down and are forgotten by humanity. Now they're fighting back in a steampunk twist on ancient myths, featuring interconnected A covers in the styles of Greek vase, each oversized. Issue contains 48 pages of gods and monsters battling for our fates, but it's $8.
Yeah. All right, Kyle.
Yeah.
Got yours locked and loaded?
No. What you
Um,
got for us there, Chief?
I'm probably gonna go with the Blade Vampire Nation. It's Mark Russell.
Yeah.
I got an In-Hyuk Lee cover I like. We'll see if he's got a good idea or it captures the imagination a little bit. So I'm gonna go with Blade Vampire Nation.
Sure.
I'm assuming you're gonna go with the Colin Bunn book.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I forgot what I called it.
It's door to door,
Yep, door to
night
door,
by
night by
night,
night. Yep.
Vault comic.
You got her, and I love the cover B, which is the children's mobile with a demon hand above it.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I'll have to look that one
Yeah,
up.
it's a very cool photo. All right, guys, we want to thank you for tagging along with Drew and myself for your sneak peek at this week of books coming out here midway through November as we get down to the last handful of weeks in 2022 as we head through the end of the year. We thank you for tagging along with myself and Drew. Head on over to patreon.com and search for Comics for Fun and Profit to be part of our community and chit chat with us as we go through what we're reading and all the other fun stuff we do in comics. So for Drew and for myself, see ya.
Our LCS is Cowabunga Comics out of Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, and their mail order company, Deep Discount Comics. And we went there, and we were actually invoice number 00001. We were the very first their very first customer, which was kind of cool. They've been nothing short of fantastic, customer service wise, discounts. They were very close, if not the same or better than DCBS on a lot of things. Over and above, customer service wise, always taking care of us, going the extra mile, so responsive, getting instantaneous responses back to questions about things, and to the point where knowing the stuff you like and anticipating your needs and having it suggested that you might want to add this to your order already before you even have to think about it. That's kind of cool. Really quality experience. So we love working with Cowabunga and Deep Discount, and that's why they're in our show notes every single episode and have been for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episodes. That we leave them there because we like them. They're cool, good people. That's why they're in there. By God, they'd tell you to, if you've got a local comic book shop that you love, stay with them, because everybody needs to support their local comic shops. But if you're looking, check them out. You can check them out in the show notes. There's plenty of ways to get a hold of them. Either get on their list, just so you can check and see what kind of FOC and pre-order stuff they have and the discounts, and they'll send it to you each month, get you on that email list. And you can check out their shop, because they have a great shop of exclusive Cowabunga variants. Amazing stuff. Yes, they've always been there for us, and we take them for granted. So there you go. Now you know.